All right, y'all. All right, we're getting started tonight. We're getting started a good 45 minutes early. A good 45 minutes early tonight. I was doing everything I could to try to get home and get this thing started. I apologize I couldn't be live while things begun to develop, but don't worry, things are still developing as we speak. Things are going on literally right now. So we're tapping in. We're going to be tapping in. I'm going to show you guys exactly what has gone on to this point and summarize, because PMC WAGNER has declared war on Russia. Oh my goodness. Tonight is a night of all nights, and what we're tracking here. I was telling you guys, hey, PMC WAGNER, prognosing, infighting has been at an all-time high. People were worried that it was just propaganda and it was just trying to throw the Ukrainians off. It's safe to say that it is more than that. It is safe to say that it is more than that. So no intro today. We got to just dive right on into this thing, you guys, because it's a lot is happening. We're just going to dive right on in. Join the Telegram channel, join the Discord server to keep the conversation rolling. I've been having tons. We almost have 6,000 in our Discord server. Telegram channel's booming. We have lots of people commenting on it. You know, keep up to date in our community, the Orc Hunter community. Really quick notes, really quick, but then we're going to dive in because we have breaking news. Okay, so really quick, big GGs, you guys, and I'm going to mention this again tonight. There it is. Or I'm going to mention tonight. It is tonight. I'm going to mention this again later in the stream. But look at that. My goodness. Big GGs to the Orc Hunter community for this one. Look at that. It's there. It has reached the 5th Slobozin Brigade, and it is in their hands. And also, Mercado Media has received the Volunteer Medal for Distinguished Service in Assisting Ukrainian Soldiers. Good job, everyone. Good job. That's a big fucking deal. That's a big fucking deal. We got a medal. Got a medal for that. That's incredible. Look at that. Mercado Media. I have to go and get that and get the plaque and or whatever it is, the certificate, when I go there. But quick notes. Great job, you guys. We got the truck there. I didn't drive this one. I'm driving the one for the 36th Marine Brigade. And then we also got the Volunteer Medal for Ukraine for Distinguished Service in Assisting Ukrainian Soldiers. Absolutely amazing. I'll pull this up again later in the stream because I know we're going to get more people later on. So let's tap in. We got to tap into the situation going on right now. It is pandemonium in Russia right now. Panda fucking monium. Russian Channel 1 aired an urgent news release. Urgent, emergency. Oh, it's not going well. Oh, it's not going good. We're at the phase in the 3-day invasion where the forces are turning on themselves. Okay, they're turning on themselves. The Russian military opened fire on the WAGNER PMC today, and now, at least according to the latest news and information, that WAGNER PMC is already through Rostov-on-Don, and they're getting through there. We're gonna pull that up on the map. This is played on the Russian media, right? They're not even coping on this one. In social networks on behalf of Yevgeny Prigozhin, information that the Russian armed forces have allegedly attacked the rear units of PMC WAGNER have been actively circulating. In addition, there were calls to deal with the leadership of the Ministry of Defense. Then a video appeared with the alleged consequences of the shelling. Oh, obviously it's a fake. What do we know then? Oh, Russian state media is doing the thing. Doing the thing. It happened. It happened. U.S. officials are responding. It's legit. So the first absence is the other videos from the scene. Statements on behalf of Prigozhin were distributed in the format of audio messages.
Заявления от имени Пригожина распространялись в формате голосовых аудиосообщений.
Telegram channel Rebuy, known for internet investigations, they recorded the metadata of the audio files. They are all identical, which indicates that they were recorded at the same time and published in delayed mode. That means nothing. That's just extra information. That means absolutely nothing. Basically saying that it was legitimate. It's coming from Prigozhin. The third sign of a fake. No more than 15 minutes passed from the time of the publication of the video from the scene of the alleged strikes until this first statement from Prigozhin appeared. Wow, they're really trying to cope. Actually, they are coping on this. I thought they were going to, they're admitting it without admitting it, right? They're saying this is happening without saying that it's happening. And what do we know when the Russian state media does such a thing, right? We already know that Saldo himself already went out in Kherson and stood in front of the floodwaters and said everything is fine, people can drive, the roads are clear. Well, the floodwater was already at the second floor. It was right behind him. And then Saldo also was just out there on the Chongar Bridge saying oh, this is bad for the again, this is his words, the Kiev regime. I almost can't even say Kiev now because I've said Kievs for so long. But the Kiev regime, this is their fault. This is only gonna fall back on them. Like, what do you mean, bro? They took out your military route. So this is all just Russian media cope. Like that just verifies that this is bad.
современных технологиях вряд ли возможно.
Okay, you can collect all the scene, analyze, and record. Blah 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 blah. You're done. All right, you're cooked. Your shit's cooked. This is it. The Russian. Listen, this is it, you guys. Listen. 3 days into the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and we're talking about civil war. This is it. Okay, what this is going to do to Russians and the planners of the invasion of Ukraine is done. This is gonna completely kill that now. Pregno's an audio statement at 12:31, stating that Gerasimov gave an order to planes to bomb moving Wagner columns. It is unclear if these columns exist in reality. We're waiting for video or photos of the columns. We're seeing Russian military respond in Moscow with military. Let me go here. I know OSINT Defender unblocked me. I don't know. I put it, maybe it's because I'm going to Ukraine. I don't know. But OSINT Defender had me blocked for some reason, and now I'm just magically unblocked. So convoys of the military police have been observed heading towards the headquarters building of the Russian Ministry of Defense in the capital city of Moscow, with additional armed soldiers seen deployed on the river walk near the complex. Oof, yikes. Oof, yikes. At least I think Facebook's dropping off, having a Facebook connection problem, but the good news is YouTube's still holding during this. Usually it takes YouTube out too, so Facebook is totally just bottomed out right now. Don't know the problem, so hopefully they come over to the YouTube channel if that does continue. And if it affects YouTube, we'll just have to drop Facebook completely for tonight during this breaking news. Can't have Mark Zuckerberg shit messing this up. All right, let me know. Can you guys see it? Yeah, YouTube holds. Look at military moving. There we go. They're getting their military in positions. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Getting everything going in Moscow. Yep. Russia's trying to do everything right now. I had a DDoS. No, I'm kidding. But I had an internet connection problem before I went live. It looks like social medias are there. I mean, they're going to be trying to shut down Western information spaces, trying to share this out right now because it's not going well. We got there's not currently a military base on fire in the Moscow region, despite what some accounts are sharing. So there's a lot of misinformation too in this time when we're going through the latest. Like there's going to be a lot of people just saying any type of thing too, so we got to be careful. Okay, so live UA map's been solid, providing updates. See what they got here. Russian soldiers leave the territory of Ukraine while there is such an opportunity. Are they saying here Russian soldiers leave the, so I think they're translating the Telegram channels. From Crimea, there's an option to leave on the bridge near the Kerch. Dang. Let's go Moscow. All right, so the reports of this military base, at least from the OSINT Defender, which again is kind of soft in my opinion, especially on social media. But Cossack Gundy shared it. I gotta wait for more further. All right, just gotta wait for further. In Moscow, the military checks people at the checkpoints. They're doing checkpoints in Moscow right now. This is just posted. Information just coming in. Like the stream, guys. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe if you're brand new. I got damn near everyone on right now. Damn near everyone that covers the war is live right now, doing what we're doing here. So help get the word out. Here's what's going on in Moscow right now. They're getting busy. 3 days. 3 days, and Russia is fortifying their capital city. Insane. Dumbest war ever. This has to be the dumbest decision. Look at we are looking for a volunteer who is mapping the defensive lines of Moscow. Don't know mapping about defensive lines, but here's the offensive as it stands now. Jeez, dude. Wow. No panic. No panic. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Proceed as planned. Yep, all is well. Don't worry. Military just... This is the PMC Wagner office in St. Petersburg where Prigozhin was seen today. It looks quiet. They got the Prigozhin and the Wagner PMC have basically like a Vought building. Look at that. You guys watch The Boys on Amazon? They got some shit like Vought headquarters. No shit. So that's dedicated to just Wagner, which is, again, insane. And a bit light for 1 a.m. I agree. A bit light for 1 a.m. Here's some more of the mobilization in Moscow, it looks like. Or, excuse me, this is not Moscow. Now, this is Rostov-on-Don, which is down here. Okay. So this is the reports of the Wagner PMC. Again, we're waiting for any type of video or photo to come in of the Wagner PMC to support their claims. But the way that the Russian state media is acting and we'll look into see about U.S. intelligence and what they're saying. But this is like the route right now of the Wagner PMC away from Ukraine into Rostov-on-Don, which is in Russia. Okay, that is the latest report of where the Wagner PMC is. And if they're going this route, they're going to have a ways. They're going to have to go around Luhansk, up through, I mean, they can hop on the E115, hop on that E115, go to Vorozhne, go through Lipetsk Oblast to Tula, and then they got to go to Moscow. So they got a ways if this is really where they're at, and they're getting to Rostov-on-Don. But here's the video of that city mobilizing to prepare for the Wagner group. Holy shit. Holy shit. I told y'all. I did. I have been saying it. But I understand, though. I understand what the Ukrainians were saying when Bakhmut was being taken. That, hey, it doesn't matter. You know, the infighting at that point between the Wagner and the Russians didn't matter because Wagner was still pushing Bakhmut. Ukrainian soldiers had to deal with what was in front of them. They didn't thinking about what could happen now wasn't in their it wasn't important then. They had to eliminate the Russian threat that's trying to take the city. Obviously, they were able to take it, but during that whole time, I was saying, yo, they got some serious infighting going. This is gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad. I understood though, because even though the infighting was showing itself during the push of Bakhmut, I get it. The Ukrainians they couldn't worry about that. They just had to try to eliminate the threat and try to keep the Wagner PMC from taking the city of Bakhmut. But I also have been mentioning that the Wagner PMC on the Russian side has been the workhorse. They've been the only thing that's been gaining ground, doing anything. So like it's tough. It's really tough to, like, when you look at it from a straight edge point of view, you can see why the Prigozhin and the Wagner group feel like they just have been left out to dry, because they literally have. Not only that, but then when they announce they're leaving, they're being shelled, and the Russians are mining their positions to leave. Like they haven't been able to leave yet, while the Ukrainians are on the flanks, and they're taking. Listen, what is it? Hold on, Ministry. What is the Ukraine MOD? Defense of Ukraine. Well, they tweeted this one out. This is what Ukraine has to say about the situation right now. Right, we're watching. And that's all they can do right now. They still have the Russians on their oblasts and their territory, so they still have Russians to eliminate. But that is what Ukraine has to say about the current situation. We're watching. We're seeing this play out. Okay. Oh man, we have videos we have a ton of videos to go through later after the breaking news here. The M4 north of Rostov is increasingly looking like it is no longer open. Damn. So this is breaking news, you guys. We're going through this as it's coming in right now. Even more road closures are popping up on the M4 near Sakatsky, north of Rostov, and this time in Ayutinsky. Dude, I suck at saying the Ukrainian cities. You're saying the Russian ones are going to be worse. Around the E50 interchange. Okay, so they're closing. All right, they're again. We're waiting for any type of photo, video of the Wagner convoy, but the fact that they're closing things, they're freaking out with cope on their state media. Emergency alerts are coming in. They can't find Putin. If you're wondering where Putin is, nobody knows. Not even Russia. Russia doesn't even know where the man is, dude. Where the fuck? But guess what? Hey, Ukraine is watching. Don't worry. They're going to take the most advantage of this. They will take the most advantage that they possibly can. There's already been reports in Bakhmut of the Ukrainians moving already. Let me type in Bakhmut really quick, because all this information is breaking to us. Look at Ukrainian forces are reportedly conducting offensive operations in Bakhmut at this moment. There are several streets retaken in Bakhmut. There are prisoners. So again, like I had mentioned, I full on support Ukraine, right? So when I'm saying this, it's not anything to try to uplift or promote the Wagner piece of shit group, okay? They're a PMC garbage mercenary group, okay? But with that being said, I get it. They were the only force being used by the Russians. Prigozhin's feelings of being left out to dry and crying because they had no support or anything is showing that it was legitimate. When he was out there crying, Shoigu, Gerasimov, he was serious. He was being serious, and he's being serious now. He's got a lot of support within Russia, within his Telegram channels, within everything, because again, they were the only thing on the Russian side all winter and even into springtime that was doing anything in Ukraine. They did all this up here, and they took Bakhmut, which again isn't that's to Russians, that was a big accomplishment. 56th largest city in Ukraine, took 10 months, obviously, and then they made it seem like that was all of Ukraine for a while, which is weird, which obviously isn't true. But even so, that was the only force that the Russians had that was doing anything, and to be left out to dry and then to be shelled and I mean, they were Prigozhin and the Wagner PMC arrested the 72nd commander. It's been getting bad just within Bakhmut alone. And even while that's happening, you have the separatists that are still pushing in Belgorod, and they actually, let me try to find this, they actually hit up the Wagner group now. Freedom of Russia Legion. Geez, is it this one? Nah, this isn't it. Dear, no, I don't know. It's not going to show it because Elon Musk hates. Hold on. I don't know what there he is. Liberty of Russia Legion. They actually hit up Prigozhin. Caesar's address in the Prigozhin situation. I have the honor. Interesting events are unfolding in the expanses of our homeland, and they are very reminiscent of the troubled times of a century ago. And they are very reminiscent of the trouble. Sorry, I read that. The stupid, corrupt, and incompetent military political top of Putin's Russia turns hundreds of thousands of men into mincemeat. Yevgeny Prigozhin himself, a descendant of Putin's nomenclatura, has decided that it is time for him to play his own game, thanks to his orchestra at the ready. That's what Prigozhin refers to as his private military company. He often refers to it as his orchestra, musicians, you know, that's his language. That's what he uses. We know that he has many supporters among the Russian population within security services. We know that Prigozhin has big political ambitions and that he is fed up with greasy generals in offices who can't really fight. We know that if he launches an armed insurgency, he is very likely to succeed. But we remember how he is and accomplishes cut off people's heads, they kill their own with a hammer, cynically videotaped, mocked, and unarmed. We should not ascribe to him a military honor and valor that does not exist. Prigozhin calls for a fight against the renegade generals and for a war to the bitter end. But this war is not in the interests of the peoples of Russia. Prigozhin's battle with Shoigu, Gerasimov, and their generals is simply a battle for a feeding trough and the opportunity to continue to destroy and plunder the nations. Today's Russia is a collection of jackals who are tearing each other and the entire country apart. We, the free citizens of Russia, will not leave our people alone with uncertainty and fear. We will put an end to the war and free our homeland from the rotten system, no matter whose system it is, Putin's or prisons. Our comrades in arms, get ready. Dude, what a shit show. We're probably gonna have like 3 different forces in Russia fighting against each other. And now Russia will be the 3rd military in their own country. The 3rd best military between the Wagner PMC, the Freedom of Russia Legion, which is in Belgorod, and the actual Russian army, which is ironic. They just got an update in Squad releasing the VDV, and it's like insane. It's kind of making me laugh because obviously we know what the Russian military is really like, and video games are not portraying the Russian military, except for one. Ironically, listen, before we go back to the breaking, let me try to pull this up here. We're gonna try to pull this. Oh, wrong one. Ironically, I shared this to Telegram. Join our Telegram channel. Freaking Call of Duty predicted this very moment. I think it was Modern Warfare 3. I think it was Modern Warfare 3 that predicted this one. But listen to this.
Good news first. The world's in great shape. We've got a civil war in Russia, government loyalists against ultranationalist rebels, and 15,000 nukes at stake.
Just another day at the office.
Just another day at the office. Oof. Government loyalists versus separatists. The extremist separatists. And oh boy, is that happening. All right, let's get back to the latest. Okay, so we know that there's closures on the road. Uh-oh. He's really... Oh. Well, that's Putin right now in his bunker. The Ministry of Defense, the FSB, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Russian Guard report to Vladimir Putin around the clock on measures taken after the instructions given by head of state in connection with an attempted armed rebellion. Okay, so they reported to Putin. Does that mean he's aware? Jesus. So he knows now, or... Interesting. So 2 weeks ago, Shoigu told Putin that Wagner had to pledge loyalty to the Ministry of Defense by July 1st. Prigozhin told him to go fuck himself and prepared for a battle against the Ministry of Defense. Shoigu responds with a missile attack on Wagner that killed many hundreds. That's what happened. All right. You remember that we found there was an order that came with it that I had read that wasn't legitimate, but the order that the Wagner group had to join the Ministry of Defense and like be incorporated in the official Russian military, that was real. Shoigu tried that, and again, Prigozhin said, go F yourself, we're not doing that. And then Shoigu responded by shelling their military base. Not only that, but they've been mining their escape routes, because again, I'm calling it an escape. It is. The Wagner group did their job for Russia here, trying to take Bakhmut. They did their assault, but they're not meant to be a defensive force. They're not meant to hold the city. They're like an assault group, like stormtroopers, for example, or whatever. Just take the city, and then the Russian military is supposed to hold the defensive positions now after they did the work. Well, the Russians can't do shit in Ukraine anyways, and so as the Wagner group's trying to leave, the Russian Ministry of Defense and the actual Russian military has been mining their escape routes, like behind Bakhmut, like trying to prevent them from leaving. So the Wagner group's been kind of like stuck between the Russian military, who they've been arresting, and the Ukrainian military, who's on the other side of them, who's pushing on the flanks. It's just been a bad, like, if there's anyone that got absolutely dicked around but deserved it, it was Prigozhin and the hot dog boy, right, sitting there getting dicked around, told what to do. They had enough of it. Fuck that, I had enough. We're just going to invade Russia now, and that seems to be what's happening, because they had their routes mined. They've been shelled now from the Russian army. And again, they have the Ukrainians just on the other side of them, pushing the flanks, getting closer. I mean, they've been pinched. They're pinched, and the rat's in a corner. What do you expect? People are going to bed. And you got to realize, what is it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. What is it? 2 a.m., almost 3 a.m. in Ukraine right now. CNN. Oh, it's Joe Biden. Oh, dear. The president is aware now. Let's see, Hold on. Let's go. Wagner, Biden. Is there an article? I don't see an article yet. CNN on here. Is there a link to it? Let's just do this. Adam Hodge. I want to try to find this article. If Biden is briefed on it. There you go. 29 minutes ago. All right, 24 minutes ago, actually. So that's how you know. That's how you know the shit is. It's not just a ruse for the propaganda or trying to scare Russian people into supporting the war. And you got U.S. officials responding. Let's see what it says. U.S. officials, they're closely watching the Russian situation following Wagner chief's comments. The White House is monitoring the situation in Russia's following threats from the Wagner mercenary group leader Yevgeny Prigozhin against Russia's military leadership. Is it big enough? It's... There you go. You guys can probably read that a little better. Okay, I just want to make sure you can read along with me if you want. So let's go back here. Okay, back to the start. The White House is monitoring the situation following Russia, monitoring the situation in Russia following threats from Wagner mercenary group leader Yevgeny Prigozhin against Russia's military leadership, including Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu and Chief of the General Staff Valery Gerasimov. President Joe Biden has also been briefed on the developing situation in Russia. National Security spokesperson Adam Hodge has stated, "We are monitoring the situation and will be consulting with allies and partners on these developments," Hodge said in a statement. "Give Ukraine what they need now. This is the time, while they're weak. Dude, give Ukraine, attack them. I know they got the F-16s are going to get there faster, but damn, dude, get the Typhoons there for now." Right? Sunak was going to look into the UK stocks of jets. Give Ukraine what they need now, right now, like this weekend. But by Monday, they better have shit that they need while this is happening. Like, this is a perfect opportunity to fuck the Russians even harder with what's happening right now, with the situation. They need it now so they can move in. I mean, the Russians are going to be crippled by what Prigozhin is doing within the Russian border, but especially if Ukraine gets what they need and starts moving into their occupied territory. They need it this weekend. Like, they need it now. They need to get together. I know they got the Vilnius summit coming up here in like a few weeks, but any shit needs to happen before then. They don't stop waiting for these summits to make decisions. So back to this. Officials view Prigozhin's latest comments, in which he called Russia's military leadership evil and said they must be stopped, as something more than his usual rhetoric, a U.S. official told CNN. And unlike some of Prigozhin's previous statements about the Russian ministry ineptitude, these comments do not appear to have followed a Ukrainian military breakthrough or a tactical success. No, they're just being prevented to leave. They're trying to go on to Syria and their other private military conflicts that they're in Africa and shit. They're trying to get out of there because, again, they know the Ukrainians are coming. They're on the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade is fucking the Russians up every day out here, right? And they're getting on the north end too. They're not just on the flanks of Bakhmut. Oops, they're coming from the north towards Soledar as well. Why would they want to stay there? Why would the Wagner group stay there? They did their assault portion and took the thing, destroyed everything in their path, right? They're gonna have crimes to pay for. They're gonna be held accountable, but at the same time, going into their mindset, they're trying to get up out of there. They know the Ukrainians are coming and the Russians are not letting them. No, you got to stay here with us. And Prigozhin's like, no, fuck that, we're leaving. I got influence, I got political aspirations, I got these Telegram followers, we're getting out of here. The Ukrainians are coming, we're getting out. You're not giving us ammo, you're not giving us any support. It's a meat grinder. It's bad when even the commanders of Russian military units, including their proxies, which again, Ukraine openly called for support. Okay, Ukraine doesn't have proxies fighting for their side. Everyone that is fighting for Ukraine is officially incorporated into the Ukrainian military. They don't have NATO proxy forces or any bullshit like that. They called for help. People that were from the rest of the world or from other countries answered the call. They got incorporated into the Foreign Legion, which is incorporated into the Ukrainian military. Whereas Russia has been using proxies, private military companies, and other bullshit from the Chechens and whatnot, and it's just been a whole shit show the whole time. They haven't been on the same page. Infighting between the Kadyriovites and the Wagner group, and then they were on the same page for a bit. Then there was infighting between the Wagner group and the Russian Ministry of Defense. It's just been a shit show on their side. Been an absolute shit show. "This is real," said the official, though it's unclear if the U.S. has any expectations about how or what Prigozhin intends following his calls for Russian citizens to stay in their homes. This is official reports. They're saying this isn't social media rumor mill. This is like official statements being made right now, you guys. Okay? This isn't the rumor mill. This isn't random shit being said. This is official stuff coming in. 2 administration officials said national security officials at the White House are being cautious not to weigh in further until they have a clearer sense of what is happening. Wow, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that, right? What the hell is going on? Let's go back. Let's refresh. See if there's anything. Uh-oh. We already showed this one, but they already have the entrances to Moscow. They got checkpoints put up. We're still waiting to see photo or video of Prigozhin's convoy through Rostov-on-Don, which is where they're reported to be now. Do you think Prigozhin has backers among the Russian? Absolutely, he does. Absolutely. Where's Dmitry? Let's go to War Translated. Shout out to War Translated, Dmitry. Of course he has police and everything on him. He's got a lot of powerful people in the Kremlin, whatever that means, because again, at the end of the day, Putin's the only one, the supreme commander. But he's got people in there. Let me try to pull up the video. So there's no translation on this. A lot of people were posting really fast and weren't really translating things because this was all coming in really quickly. But we don't need to watch the, I mean, here's just a, okay, so he talks, he's very drunk in the video.
Мы вместе с вами воевали, шли на риски, несли потери, мы вместе побеждали. Мы одной крови. Мы воины.
What is he really saying here? All right, so this is Servikin, who was also a part of a coup, which is very, very interesting. And now he's sitting there saying Prigozhin better listen to Putin, the supreme commander. So this is what he says. I have just returned by the order of the Ministry of Defense from the Zero Line, where our forces, our commanders, our soldiers, volunteers carry out the objective. Fighting the superior enemy forces to death. Take casualties, but stand on their positions. I appeal to the leadership, commanders, and fighters of the Wagner PMC. Together with you, we walked a difficult path. Together with you, we fought, we took risks, we took losses, but we overcame it together. We are the same blood, we are warriors. I call on you to stop. The enemy is waiting for our international political situation to aggravate. We shouldn't play into the enemy's hand in this difficult time for the country. Bro, y'all did this to yourself. Oh my god, dude, talk about, what's that meme, that Eric Andre meme where it's like, what happened? Well, who did this? And it's Russia shot themselves. Dude, what do you mean? Bro, y'all did this. You chose to invade Ukraine and shoot yourselves in the foot, and now you're done. Wow. Shouldn't play into the enemy's hands for this difficult time. Bro, fuck you. It needs to be done before it's too late to obey the will and order of the people elected president of the Russian Federation, stop the columns, and return them to their permanent positions and places of concentration. To solve all problems with civil means only under the leadership of the Supreme Commander, which is Vladimir Putin, which nowhere to be found, of the Russian Armed Forces. And he is being slowly joined by other high-ranking commanders in similar videos.
Я призываю остановиться. Противник только и ждет, когда у нас обострится
3 days.
внутриполитическая обстановка.
Right? So that's Servikin, right? Clearly drunk. Clearly not too thrilled with the situation. All right, Rostov-on-Don looks like this right now. They got plenty of military equipment for their own cities. Keep that in mind. They're sending Ukraine. They're sending the soldiers that are invading Ukraine, like T-55s and shit, T-54s, old vehicles. Oh, but they got their best stuff for their own cities. Ribbon of St. George shown proud. They had that thing proud on there. There's a BTR. It absolutely is crazy. This is a night to remember. Let's click on, dude. Look at Moscow's trending, Kremlin's trending. Medvedev. Why is Medvedev trending? An hour ago from Russian media, the source says there is panic in the Kremlin. It sounds like that should be a. Hey, DJs in the chat, if you spin panic in the Kremlin, you need to make that tonight. No one can reach Putin. Source. Right now, the Kremlin is negotiating about something with General Governor Jimin. They're negotiating something. Source. Some people in the Kremlin from the presidential administration are finding out about a possible emergency relocation. One of the few available destinations in Uruguay. They can't reach any of the Putins? Things must be bad. Not a single Putin, dude. None of the variants are available. How many Putins are there? Well, how many Putins exist? Well, let's save that for later. Let's save that one. My goodness, that'd be a good one. On a day like this, I'm glad the Kremlin's chief mouthpiece in the U.S. no longer has a show on cable news. Facts. Well, here's some more of the videos coming in from the Russian National Guard. Military forces observed in the capital city of Moscow, with reports that checkpoints had begun to be erected near the Kremlin. They're getting erected, all right. Who made popcorn tonight? Damn. Suka. 3 days. Шагу!
Вот так. Вот у нас это что, большая, Дмитрий?
Oh man.
Так вот живем.
Oh man. Everything's working out, isn't it, lately? Everything's starting to work out. It was a tough time there for a while for a lot of things. Oh, Kremlin. Oh, new video. Kremlin regime has shut down the M4 freeway out of Rostov-on-Don towards Moscow. All right, we just went over. Let's go back down there because this is the battle map of tonight's in the battle. Hey, the activity we got to talk about is in Russia again. Dude, I thought we were done with that for a bit, but apparently not. So this is the highway. Big highway goes from this Russian city. We're away from Ukraine tonight, apparently. Not much to talk about. We got the Ukrainians moving on frontline positions a little bit in Zaporizhia, but we'll talk about that in a while. Russians are doing nothing, so they're shutting this thing down. All right, you got a big highway that goes like that, and it goes this way. Okay, just follow it. Okay, go around Luhansk, around the north, and it goes up through into Voronezh, and it goes from Grozny up into the Lipetsk Oblast. They have a ways to go if this is happening, but again, we need video evidence and photo of the convoy itself. But what we're seeing is a lot of Russians shutting their highways down, putting checkpoints up. Prognosins, Wagner PMC columns are reportedly in the region. Well, we should be seeing video soon then. We got an empty highway here, shutting it down. Where's all the troll? Where's the Russian trolls tonight, chat? Where's Daniel? Where's our resident trolls that hang around? Where are they at tonight? Damn, that one convoy that was destroyed, that Bradley convoy, that was all y'all had, huh? Y'all were going off that Bradley and Leopard convoy thinking that was the victory, just like you thought the Bakhmut was the victory. Holy shit. What is this now? Oops, more video. Oh, a sleepless night in Krasnodar. I might remember Krasnodar. I might. Dude, we're in Russian territory now. Shit. All right, well, we can find it. I kind of remember it. Krasnodar, down here. Oof, that's the biggest city out of the Crimean Peninsula. So they got to go across the Kerch Bridge. So this is going to be Russians that are trying to get out of Crimea now, or whatever. They're getting set up. Looks like they got military station now. It's another sleepless night. Oof. Uh-oh. Oh, weird. That's weird. And if you're winning this, remember how the Russian trolls always say they're winning? This doesn't look like winning. I don't think mobilizing within your own territory to respond to an internal conflict threat is necessarily winning at all. The world's first civil war fought exclusively via voice. Oh my goodness. Alexander Dugin is still finding Satanists in today's events. Just as we face the true enemy, the satanic West and its demon-possessed henchmen, he sows confusion within ourselves And so from century to century, when will we wise up? Anyway, I'm done for the night. All right, so Dimitri's tapping out. Good job, War Translated. That was kind of late to the breaking news stuff coming in. Stuff's still coming in, but when all this started to develop, I'm getting ready for my trip. If you don't know, Mercado Media, we're going to Ukraine. We are going. Let me play the video. Let me put it up really quick, and we'll get back to the latest breaking news within the attempted Russian coup. And I don't have a translation on this either. I thought I was gonna have one, but it doesn't seem so. But you can hear him say Mercado Media in it, and my name, Andrew. Okay, but here is the vehicle we have fundraised for the 5th Slobozin Brigade. There's the Mercado Media on there, and we have another truck going that I'm delivering. I'm going to Estonia next weekend. And I'm going to be a part of the next convoy, and I'm driving the vehicle from the 36th from Estonia to Ukraine for the 36th Marine Brigade. So here is the 5th Slobozin Brigade receiving our truck, the first one.
Національної гвардії України виконуємо поставлені бойові задачі на першій лінії. Зараз знаходимося на Луганському напрямку. Хочемо подякувати Ендрю з Mercado Media за допомогу у придбанні автомобілю. Завдяки вашій підтримці ми приближаємо нашу спільну перемогу. Цей автомобіль буде виконувати бойові задачі в лісах та приближати нашу спільну перемогу. Слава Україні! Героям слава!
So there it is. Mercado Media right on there for the 5th Slobozin Brigade. But not only that, you guys. Not only that, right? Obviously, that's the most important thing, that they got the truck. But also, we have been awarded a Volunteer Medal of Ukraine, which is just absolutely awesome. I mean, I didn't ask for this. It was a surprise. Dimitri messaged me, says also a surprise for you from Ukraine. We got awarded the Volunteer Medal, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to be picking that up when I'm there. However, when I get to Ukraine in a week and a half, it should be, because I'm going to be in Estonia at first. I'll still be able to do a feed at night until I start the convoy. When I'm on the convoy and I'm en route to Ukraine, I'm not going to be able to do a stream for you guys when I'm doing that. But when I'm in Estonia each night, or however, I'll do a feed and talk to you guys about the latest news and events. Might be a shorter stream, might not be 2 hours like I'm sitting here with you guys. Might have some Tallinn to show you. Tallinn's a beautiful place in Estonia, and that's where we're starting off. All right, back to the latest. Good job, Orc Hunters. Super, super proud. At such moments, it is impossible not to recall the legendary statements. We'll skip that for now. I don't think we need Putin's old statements. It'd be great to have Putin's new statements, wherever he is, whatever he's got going on. Okay, so we went through the Russian National Guard. Let's go through. Let me go through my home list here. I woke up, opened my phone, and what's this? 4 minutes ago, all the Russian guards and FSB from the neighboring regions were driven to Rostov. And the Russian Vonkors write, there have already been clashes between the FSB and the Wagner within the region. So Russian military is mobilizing towards Rostov-on-Don, at least from some videos that we're seeing of Russian military equipment, responding to the Wagner's incursion. Unclear which Putin. There's many. Where is Rostov? I'll show you guys. The highway's clearing, and the military from the Russians are moving to respond to the threats from Prigozhin and the reports that they're in Rostov. So we were just in Krasnodar, right? That was Krasnodar to the southeast of Crimea, and then Rostov is just north, like directly east of Mariupol. So here's Mariupol in Ukraine. Go over here, and there's Rostov. Right about there, and that is where the reports of the Wagner PMC and where they're located now. We have some super chats to go through really quick before we continue with the latest. Maybe some questions. Demon, thank you so much. Mark, thank you. Nikolai, what a day to quit smoking. We got Ozzy, thank you. Jets, thank you. Congratulations, what an honor for Mercado Media. Appreciate your updates on Ukraine daily. Thank you. Been a really interesting evening. Yes, it has. Good for popcorn or s'mores. Thank you, friend. You don't have to say my name, but are there any pictures of the Wagner? That's what we're waiting on. That's exactly what we're waiting on. I saw trucks today in Moscow. I saw BMPs today in Moscow. Not a single tank. They remember the parade. Remember their Victory Day parade. They didn't have any. They had the one T-55, and that was it. Well, we got Bambi. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Bambi. Where's Putin? Who knows? Hashtag Where's Putin? What happens to U.S. politicians who dangle from Putin's strings? They got to be voted out. Gotta be voted out. That's what Putin gets for using private military criminals, thinking he's clever. You play shit games, you win shit prizes. Absolutely. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, Peter, Josh, Justin, St. Javelin, Annie. You know, what Olga doing? I don't know. They gotta wait and see if there's gonna be any new media cope, any new state media. They're already trying to shut it down. We have stuff to go through like normal, you guys, for Ukraine information, but a lot of this is coming in from the Wagner PMC incursion into Russian territory. Nathaniel, thank you. Edward, thank you. Shokit, thank you. Wendy, thank you. Christine, we got, what is it? You Rock Merc from Sure. Brent says, Kadriovites, should Putin send them after Wagner? Russian frontline, a house of cards, and can't afford to pull. I don't know. I think Kadriov's kind of doing the same thing, you know, in his own right, kind of thinking, how can I get the upper hand in the government here? How can I get some, you know, how can I get what's going on in Russia, right? The Russian forces, there's no allyship. It's a big mafia. They're all going to turn on each other when it will suit them. Whenever the opportunity arises to benefit one of the proxies, like again, Wagner, who's clearly being shelled, they're not giving what they need to carry out their victory within Ukraine, which is, again, there's no hope of that anyways, but even without hope, they're still being shown like, we don't give a shit about you, because they're not being given ammo or resources to carry out anything in Ukraine anymore. They were given barely the minimum to carry out Bakhmut. And again, like I mentioned earlier, the Wagner PMC is trying to leave Bakhmut, and the Russians are shelling their routes. They're trying to leave. The Russians are saying, nope, you're not leaving. But also, again, you have the Ukrainians just on the west of Bakhmut, to the north and to the south. And that's the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade, formerly known as the Azov Battalion over there. Grant, they're getting payback for Azov, so that's for sure. Grant, for Verovist in Estonia, will the real Vladimir Putin please stand up from Slim Chances? And Nancy, thank you so much for that. All right, let's continue. The absence of Putin in public so far in this crisis is striking. It's what would Elon Musk say? It's concerning. We are indeed living in momentous times. We need to get a relief batch of popcorn to the UAF. Thank you so much, Elim, for that. And again, they had 2 major addresses from deputy heads of Russian intelligence today, Servikin and I can't remember this guy's name, the guy on the right. You got Servikin and damn, hold on. I think I retweeted it earlier. Golly, I can't think of his name right now. It's slipping my mind. Anyone in the chat, say his name quick before I find it. Oh, I found it first. Vladimir Alexeyev. I found it first. Alexeyev. All right, that's how you say this guy's name. Sat down in the same chair as Shurvikin and addressed the commanders and fighters of the Wagner PMC. Beavis, I'm dead. What do you got? Bieber and Dolik. Yeah, Bieber, Dolik. It's too good, right? Sat on the same chair, begging for Wagner PMC to chill out. Hey, stop, please. We're on the same side. What are you doing? And what Tendar said, perfect. That's exactly what I said. At this point, it is absolutely irrelevant if Prigozhin's coup will succeed or not. Literally everybody in Russia and outside will know after this night that the war in Ukraine is lost. The morale of the Russian army, which was already low, will hit rock bottom, and the mood in Russia altogether will be Armageddon-like. What started as an attempt to overthrow the Ukrainian government and annex all of Ukraine has eventually backfired on a monumental scale. On a scale even though everyone thought, listen, you can't even cap. Everyone in the West too, or majority, I can't say everyone, but majority of the West thought Russia was going to take Ukraine in the first week. That's why all the news was there. Fox News was there, extra long. You know, they were all expecting Russia to take Ukraine. Everyone, not anyone that had a major, like a military intelligence, whatever platform. They were like, yeah, Russia's going to come into Ukraine any day now. And Ukraine proved everybody wrong. Everybody, majority, I should say. There were still some that were pushing against the grain and saying, nah, Ukraine's got this, but majority were not. They were thinking Russia was going to take the thing, and Ukraine proved everybody wrong. The last chapter of this Russian-made tragedy has opened, and I doubt that it will be a long chapter. Oof. Yikes. Chief of the General Staff Gerasimov has ordered airstrikes on Wagner PMC positions in Rostov. We should type in Rostov. You guys are basically caught up right now with all of the... What is that? live footage from Rostov. In a new audio statement, Prigozhin just announced that Wagner units are entering Rostov. Oh, we got, okay, videos of military vehicles on roads in Rostov region have started to appear in Telegram channels now. Some of them clearly show government troops. Other vehicles are more difficult to identify. They're kind of just general military trucks. It is not clear whether these are Wagner forces or regular army. It is also reported that part of the Rostov-Moscow highway is blocked. In Rostov, according to Russian media reports, PMC Wagner is still neither seen nor heard. Again, that's from media reports. You can't even trust the Russian media report. That's what's ass about this, is anything that happens in Russia, oh, you need a fourth party to verify, because the Russians won't tell the truth. But if the Wagner takes a defeat, they won't tell the truth either. So it's gonna suck for trying to get up-to-date information in Russia, unless it's a fourth party or a fifth party. U.S. intelligence is observing the situation. President Joe Biden has been alerted. You got the military staged. Military. It looks like he's trying to hide the camera a little bit. Trying to keep it low key. Vehicles are stopped. This is the major highway from Rostov, which again is to the east of Mariupol. It's in Russian territory. It's not in Ukraine. This is in Russian territory right here. Rostov-on-Don. More on the highway.
Вообще перекрыли на Волгодонской развязке. Менты стоят. Все, трасса стоит на Москву.
Absolutely. You also realize too there is more going on that we can get, because again, Russia will silence and shut everything down, they'll do cyber attacks to try to prevent information from coming out, everything. We've seen this one a little earlier. Military vehicles staged on the highway in Rostov. This could be if again if we don't see Prigozhin's Wagner group military here, and Prigozhin was able to move the military like this without even actually doing what he says he is. Holy fuck. Which again, it's gonna make it worse for the Russian situation. If all of this is just Prigozhin playing puppet master now, and he's trying to see what he can do about moving the Russian military around, because again, we are waiting for his convoy. We're waiting for vehicles. We're waiting for something from Prigozhin. We're seeing the Russian military respond. The one thing that I'm holding off on is if we don't see photo or video, if it's Prigozhin playing puppet master here, trying to see what he can do, because so far it's just been voice memos, but those voice memos are good enough to get the military intelligence leaders, Bieber and Dolik, to respond. Clearly the Russian military is responding. So if it isn't, like the post from Tendar said, even if it isn't a straight on like coup towards Moscow, this is horrible for the Russian information space, horrible for the support for the Russian side of their invasion of Ukraine. This is, again, like Ukraine said, this is, if you guys are wondering what Ukraine's saying about this situation, where is it? No, there we go. Defense of Ukraine. This is what Ukraine's got to say. Okay. Good. And that's it. That's all. I mean, what do you want? Ukraine in this situation, they're pushing, they're trying to get their territory back. What's going on in the Russian territory, that's only going to help Ukraine. That's only going to help the Ukrainians over here, because they got clearly infighting, shit's going on in the border. Why are they still in Ukraine? I don't know. Why are they still holding these positions when they are showing that their positions can be broken through from separatist forces, from their own proxies like the Wagner PMC? It's all just going to help Ukraine, and none of this is going to help the Russian side. Even if it comes out that what Prigozhin's doing is puppet mastering, trying to see how he can move the military and fuck with Shoigu and Gerasimov, or if he is actually pushing with the convoy towards Moscow and say Russia does destroy it, say Russia does eliminate the threat of the Wagner PMC pushing towards the Moscow, it doesn't matter. This is all gonna be bad for the Russian side of things. This is horrible for the Russian side of things. Right? It was already going bad. They needed wins. The Russians have shown that they don't have any victories except for when they took Bakhmut, which again took them 10 months. Took them 10 months to take Bakhmut, and it's the 56th largest city in Ukraine. They tried to make it seem like Bakhmut was all of Ukraine for a time, but that is what the Russians do. They try to inflate rhetoric when it's silly to, similar to when they defeated, like I mentioned earlier, that Ukrainian convoy of Bradleys and Leopards, made it seem like that was the entire Ukrainian counteroffensive, and now all is lost. All is lost. We're having a connection problem. Oh, great. Okay, hold on. We have connection issues. Okay, hold on. Are we good, chat? Yep, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Let me go. Let me get a thumbs up from everyone. Oh no. Hold on. Oh no. Well, I gotta do the thing. Where is it? No, this one. DDoS. Oh, the FSB is attacking me. All right, we're good, everyone. Get a thumbs up. Everyone should be coming back. It did drop for a sec, but we're all right now. All right. Oh no. Oh no. All right. All right. Okay. Woo. Woo. No longer. Okay. I'd seen Facebook had dropped off for a sec. Facebook viewers, just hold tight. All right. I know we're having problems on Facebook trying to get the feed out. We're on YouTube as well, so that's another option for you if Facebook continues to do what it's doing. It's dropping off. It is absolutely dropping off. Let me make sure here. And now my own feed's starting to fall back. So, all right, we're getting a thumbs up. It's starting to be weird. It's starting to get weird. It should be coming back. Yeah, it'll pass. We're also having thunderstorms, you guys. We're having bad weather. We are having bad weather. No, we're not. It's in and out. It's in and out. Just hold it. Just hold it. Hold through. Are we good? I think it's wanting to come back. It's wanting to. It's done. Yeah, it's not. No, that's we have weather in Minnesota that isn't the best. Are we good? Yeah, no shit ain't gonna stop us. That's May 16th though. That's not today. May 16th, 2021. It only goes up. That's 2021 attack map. It's not even the same one. All right, we're good. Screen is blurred. Try to fix it, y'all, if you can. Fix it. Hit the live button in the bottom left. Mine was behind by like a minute and a half. Yeah, mine was about a minute and a half behind. Are we good? All right, just want to make sure we're all right. Hit that refresh button. Hit that refresh button. We're still going. New audio messages come through. All right, you go and eat pizza and stuff happens. Okay, we're good. We're all right. All right, if that happens, just hold tight, hold steady. We'll be okay. We do have bad weather in Minnesota, like I mentioned a couple times, so I don't want to blame DDoS or anything like that. It's stupid. But it's raining, it's cloudy, thundering outside. It's probably just a bad day for the internet. I live in an apartment, so I share internet with a lot of people. And when bad weather happens, it can go down like this. All right, let's get back to it. Prognosin's audio message at 1:22 BST. The head of the general staff is not calming down. A mistake of any African dictator is to deal airstrikes at civilian areas. Right now in the air are 2 planes numbered 523 and 546 that are trying to now deal with these strikes. Remember, lads, the motherland will not forgive you for your strikes at your own territory. You should have the courage to strike the enemy territory when our infantry is moving. Thus, the speculations saying that we are interfering with someone fighting on the front are speculations. We do not interfere with anyone. We interfere with the criminals saving their asses who destroyed around 100,000 Russian soldiers, Gerasimov and Shoigu. It's coming right from Prognosin. He put out a new, let me see here, open Telegram link. How do I open it? Always. Can I play it? Oh, I gotta, hold on. Let me see if I can do it here. None of it's gonna be translated, but I want to at least show you guys where it's at. Okay, can I? Oh, he's putting a bunch of them out. So he's putting a bunch of them. Here's what he's got going on. He's just got a bunch of voice memos coming in. Obviously, I won't be able to like translate what he's saying directly, but you can see here, he's putting them out. You just, what's that?
Начальник генштаба не успокаивается. Ошибка любого африканского диктатора. Наносить удары авиации по жилым районам. Прямо сейчас в воздухе 2 борта под номером 523 и 546, которые пытаются нанести эти удары. Запомните, парни, вам Родина не простит ударов по своей территории. Надо проявлять смелость и бить по территории противника, когда наша пехота двигается. Поэтому домыслы, которые говорят о том, что мы мешаем сейчас кому-то на фронте воевать, это домыслы. Мы никому не мешаем. Мы мешаем спасти свою задницу преступникам, которые уничтожили около 100 тысяч русских солдат. Герасимов и Шойгу.
Gerasimov and Shoigu. So there it was, directly from him. There's his audio message, his most recent one that he put out with the translation over it. All right, let's continue. More and more people are sharing the videos we're seeing coming in. So we still have, this is still breaking information coming in. Thank you to everybody for sticking through the connection problems we just had there for a bit. Just refresh, hit the bottom left, make sure you're live, make sure you're on live chat on YouTube, Facebook. Thanks for rocking. Also make sure Facebook viewers hit that exclamation mark notify in the chat so you're notified of all live streams in the future and anything that we have going on. Prognosin audio, where is this one? Right now there are 2 aircraft in the air that are trying to strike. Your homeland will not forgive you for strikes on the territory. So that's more on what we just listened to. All right, so here was Prognosin earlier today that led to all of this, right? What led to all of this in the airstrikes? Prognosin claims that the Russian Ministry of Defense carried out a missile strike at Wagner rear camps. Yevgeny Prigozhin, again, I know that I'm mispronouncing his name. I'm doing it on purpose. Prigozhin published an audio message claiming that a huge number of Wagner fighters have died in the missile strike and that the next steps belong to Wagner. Shortly before Prigozhin's claim, a video emerged on a Russian channel, Razgrutska Wagnera, where 2 Russian-speaking men can be seen roaming at the mouth, probably, at an area of alleged missile strike and panicked. This is the video Prognosin references in this audio message. If this story is completely made up, it's being executed very poorly. Well, it wasn't made up, clearly. This was posted 6 hours ago when the information was just starting to come in that, yo, something's happening. This was like the, oh, what's going on phase before it started like, oh shit, it's actually, again, we're waiting for the vehicles. We're waiting to see the Wagner group in Russia, but everything that's responding to it from the Russians themselves, the military, they're closing highways down. They're on their state media coping already. The president of the United States, Joe Biden's already been made aware of it. It's already making major Western world news. So something's happening. Let's read. Okay, that was incredibly loud. Let's turn that down. In Bakhmut, defending the honor of Russia and the Russian army, we were shamelessly deceived. Uh-oh. Oh, I was trying to turn the volume down. Oh, I gotta close it now. Now it's not gonna work. Elon Musk's Twitter is very, very sensitive. Very sensitive Twitter. Okay. Turn it down a little bit. All right. In Bakhmut, defending the honor of Russia and the Russian army, we were shamelessly deceived. They attempted to deprive us of the ability to defend our homes and disperse PMC Wagner.
Погибали на Бахмуте, защищая честь России и российской армии. Нас подло обманули и пытались лишить возможности защищать свои дома и разогнать ЧВК «Вагнер». Мы были
We were ready to give concessions to Ministry of Defense, give up weapons, and find a solution of how we will be protecting our country further. But these scumbags, they did not go easy. Seeing that we are unbroken, today they carried out missile strikes at our rear camps. A huge number of our fighters and brothers in arms have died.
Погибло огромное количество наших бойцов, наших боевых товарищей.
We will make a decision on how to respond to this evil doing. The next step is ours.
Следующий шаг за нами.
3 days. And now here we are. All right, so that was like 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago when Prognosin started the audio messages saying we're coming for you. So Mark Hertling, who's solid for Western analysis, for he's pretty high ranking. Here's my thoughts for all those asking. I'd put a lot of money on the White House and POTUS, knowing more of what is happening in Russia than Putin does. Damn. That is true right there. Insane. Looks like the Wagner bot. LOL, Jero man, Cope man, Copo man. Looks like the Wagner boss has lost his mind. Andrew Kimmel. Oh, we got more. Security measures have stepped up in Moscow. This is a couple hours ago, but it's all relevant. Security measures have been strengthened in Moscow. All the most important facilities, state authorities, and transport infrastructure facilities have been taken under enhanced protection. State-owned news agency TASS reports. You guys haven't hit that like button for me. Spam the reactions, share the stream. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new to the channel. You're going to be getting exclusive content from Ukraine. Because again, I'm going there personally, like I mentioned earlier, to deliver a vehicle to the defenders. But that's going to also include content and live stream. And I got a high quality camera I'm bringing with me. Take good video there while I'm in Ukraine. So you're in the right spot. And when we get back, we'll continue doing this until I go to Ukraine again. Next time I'll be there longer than this one, but I just got to put my foot in the door and meet people, and then I'll the next time I go we'll have a better plan. I wanted to stick to just the mission that we're doing, delivering the vehicle. I have no idea, like I'm learning everything for the first time on this trip that we're going on. I've never been to any of these countries before, let alone trying to find my way home. So it's going to be a learning experience. Next time we'll stay longer. Not particularly relevant given the circumstances, but Servican is armed with a PP-2000 submachine gun. What the fuck? Not particularly important. Interesting. Wow. That was Servican sitting on that chair a couple hours ago. All right. So we have a bunch going on. This is the movement of the troop transport vehicles. You can see the V on them. There's the Z on some of them, but they're moving in Moscow. Space modulator. Where's my space modulator? It's kind of what it looks like. Oh, more video from Rostov, which again, this is where the Wagner group is allegedly at right now. This is like their path. We should probably put them in purple. Yeah, nice purple Wagner. They're like pink. Yeah, let's make them pink. They're going this way. Okay, they're heading towards Rostov. These are the exits in Rostov are being shut down because they're going to have to go north on this major highway to the east of Luhansk. But the Russian forces are moving in here and they're shutting the highway down, preventing their attempted push towards Moscow, apparently. Still waiting on any type of vehicles or footage of vehicles or photos of the Wagner PMC convoy, but the Russian military is responding in kind. The President of the United States has been made aware. All important people are tracking this right now. Matt Dean on Facebook says, it's not a civil war, it's a civil special military operation. 100%. Damn, checkpoints are up. Checkpoints are put up. Let's continue. Let's see what the latest is. Why is Medvedev trending? What does that guy got to say about what's going on? Let's scroll up a little further. So while this is happening, the timeline, Wagner captured area. Whoa. Live UA map is updating. Wagner captured area. Where is the videos though? We need the videos and photos. I know we're seeing videos of military vehicles responding to Rostov, but we really need Wagner's shit now. But at the same time, it's looking like the Russians are attacking Kyiv, likely in response to everything that's going on, and they're trying to attack Ukraine in a missile attack. So the occupiers are attacking Ukraine. Explosions in Kyiv, arrivals in Kharkiv threatened Kyiv, Vinnytsia, Zhytomyr, Sheratsky, and Hirovad regions. An air alert was declared throughout the country. So while this is happening, Ukraine's still under an air raid alert. Even while the actions are being had in Russia, they still can't get a break, it looks like, which is sad. What do we got here? Explosions reported in Kyiv. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko said on Telegram close to 3:30 a.m., which was like 15 minutes ago, local time, that explosions had occurred in Kyiv's central Solomyansky district, adding that emergency services were on their way to the scene of explosions. The Kyiv city military administration reported on Telegram at around the same time that city's air defenses were at work. So air defense is working. There's a reported explosion, and frontline first responders are on their way to the scene. Again, that was like 15 minutes ago, very fast. And we know that Ukraine's first responders and how they react to any attacks in their cities is very fast and very efficient. What do we got here? Russian military leaders appealed to the Wagner group in the early hours of June 24th to stand down following a video statement in which Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin calls the Russian military leadership evil and vowed a march for justice. Yeah, you can't, if he's, that's the other thing, Prigozhin's committed to this. All right, Prigozhin he's dead. You understand that. If he tries to back down from this at this point, he's a dead man. He's got his window or his tea waiting for him now. He's not going to make it past this. So there's no going back. There's no saying, oh, just kidding. We were just kidding, right? Even if he's playing puppet master and working the Russian military all around and doing voice memos, they've already called to kill him already. That's what happens in the Russian space because it's a mafia. From Dmitry Peskov, Putin had given orders to the Ministry of Special Affairs, Ministry of Internal Affairs, Federal Security Service, Russian Guard Service due to the attempted armed rebellion. A VCHK OGPU source commented on the situation in Moscow's FSS, which is the Federal Security Service, and main directorate of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Everyone is up, arrived urgently. Now all the offices are like one big after party. 80% of the staff reek of alcohol. Some of them can hardly stand on their feet. They can't be armed or sent anywhere. Friday night's the perfect time to start something like this. Everybody's just standing around waiting for something. No introductions, a couple of hours more, and there'll be conflicts amongst them when they start to sober up. Are they just drunk all the time? Russians just wake up drunk, don't they? Just wake up, pound it, and then whatever happens, right? Day drinking, whatever happens with the day, right? Wow. Pound a bottle, and whatever happens at that point, react to it later. Go fix it later. Yeah. Who is this? National leader of Belarus? Svetlana. Oh, speaking of Belarus. Luka. Lukashenko. I'm surprised he's not trending. So hours ago, Lukashenko, you know, the Hitler grimace from Wish from Belarus, was spotted on a private jet trying to get up out of there. Government officials were seen fleeing Moscow. This was hours ago. This was commented a couple hours ago, but the reports of Lukashenko fleeing Belarus was already being circulated. I'm still waiting for official information on that to be like, it's for sure. But the rumor of him already leaving has already begun. Okay, and there's a couple reports. Lukashenko escaping business jet of the Belarusian dictator Lukashenko's family took off from Minsk at 12:01. Belarusian opposition media. I don't think this is real, but I'm curious who was on this flight. Imagine how tense that takeoff must have been. So we gotta wait for that further. So Lukashenko could have escaped, but we'll have to wait for further on that, right? A lot of this information that's coming in, we're gonna have to wait for third, fourth, fifth sources to verify it, because anything that happens in Russia, it's all gonna get denied. It's all garbage. Do you promise? What is this? And yes, I thought something like this would be closer to autumn, but rather already in autumn and always against the backdrop of new defeats at the front. Although in advance, more than once, who on my page for a long time can testify, publicly assumed that Prigozhin could play a significant role in the coup or its attempt. Therefore, for me, the rebellion right now is also a bit of a surprise. The hasty withdrawal of Wagner from the front and Prigozhin's active struggle for a place near Belgorod gave me the idea that he was preparing a march on Moscow. From Belgorod to Moscow is definitely much closer than from Luhansk. But the competition was won by Akhmet. And finally, Prigozhin's actions are really a stab in the back and cannot be perceived differently to me. This is coming from Russian Telegram mill bloggers. When I say mill bloggers, Russian mill bloggers and their Telegram channels, they're crying right now. Big tears. Big tears coming out in this one. Not to mention the fact that his possible coming to power will immediately cause a rebellion in Chechnya in the beginning of the Third Chechen Campaign. A very likely collapse of the front of the enemy's invasion of Crimea, which again, the enemy to them is Ukraine, and the fall of Donetsk and Luhansk. Wow. The beginning of the process of disintegration of the Russian Federation, and a short but very dirty and bloody period of the Latin American dictatorship without rules and laws according to criminal concepts. Interesting. You don't have that now already? You already don't have that? So they're in full on like, yo, do you promise? No. Do you promise? Damn. No. New Prigozhin audio just dropped. New Prigozhin audio? I don't have a translation of it. Damn.
Только что вертолет открыл огонь по гражданской колонне, был сбит расчетами ЧВК «Вагнер».
I heard we beat our balls. Signed Wagner. Okay, so they're beating their balls right now, it sounds like. But apparently it says Wagner shot down a Russian helicopter which opened fire on the column. Again, this is all coming from his voice memos. I wish we had something. What do you got here? Social network. This is a minute ago. Social networks report that the video shows a shootout in the Rostov region. Oh man, Is this the first one? Oh shit. Okay. This is from Cossack Gundy. We're gonna need to see some more. It's Aiden Aslan, solid. I'm not questioning Aiden Aslan. We need some more. You know what I mean? When things are coming in fresh, you need multiple sources. But here's allegedly the first reports of exchange of conflict between the Wagner Group and the Russian military in Rostov. So again, that's the first video I've seen so far now of any type of exchange of gunfire between the FSB, which is reportedly sent to Rostov, and the Wagner Group. Golly, is this whole stream? We might just not even talk about Ukraine at the very end. We'll talk about the latest, but all of this is happening in Russian territory. We talked about there's a missile strike taking place right now, or attempted, throughout the country of Ukraine, but there's just a lot going on right now in Russian territory due to the declaration of war from the Wagner PMC leader Yevgeny Prigozhin against the commanders of the Russian military. No, Russians are just up, it seems like tonight. Just awake. What do we got? Just let's go. Oh, there it is. There's the second one. So that's the same video shared. I don't believe it, but Z channels, this is the Rostov region. Let me pull it up. Are they really which Z channels are sharing this? I'm in a few of them. I'm in a few of them. I really wish Telegram would work better on the PC, on the computer. It's really integrated for mobile use. Let me see if I can pull it up here. We got Wagner's Prigozhin's messages. When was this shared at now? 7:25 p.m. Trying to pull up some of these Votnik Z Telegram channels. Good work. It works good on Mac. Yeah, it does not work good on Windows. That's for sure. What is it? Translate. Gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Statement by Yevgeny Prigozhin. What does this say? Oops. Stop. Hold on. Oh, current. Join the most powerful army in the world. That's it. Statement by Yevgeny Prigozhin. Join the most powerful army in the world. That was his recent message. You can't wait for the troll infighting? It's already happening. I don't even know where the trolls are at tonight. They're just nowhere to be found. Incredible. So that's the first reported video of the FSB and the Wagner Group fighting. We need to wait for more. We need to wait for... I just start sharing this shit. You asking, you shall receive. Here it all is. It's all coming in now. Oh boy, the videos are coming in. It's the same video, but you know, you can... All of the sources are starting to share it. Share it out. Where's Aiden Aslan? He shared it. I'll retweet his. I'll retweet his one. Hey, we got, check the internet. We good? We got a good connection? I'm going to retweet it. Follow us on Twitter as well if you have a Twitter still. Mercado Media, MMP LLC News. I've been sharing things as best as I can today. All right, this is the best I can. I've been sharing it while it's been coming in, and then now we're live. I had to get some errands done, getting ready for our trip coming up next weekend. Heading to Ukraine ourselves. Got a mission to do. We got to deliver vehicles. Yeah, it's just being shared everywhere now. You can see that video all over right now. OSINT Technical just shared it. Elent, what is this now? Allegedly from Rostov. So here's more video. Head of Wagner Group, Prigozhin, claims they have shot down a Russian helicopter that opened fire. So here's another video. Oh. Oops.
Ебать, это что нахуй было? Ёбаная тетя, оттуда уебали откуда-то. Охуеть вообще, бля.
Oops.
Ебать, это что нахуй было? Ёбаная тетя, оттуда уебали откуда-то. Охуеть вообще, бля.
So that was a video a couple times. And something from a helicopter, right? So we have two videos now. You have the one in Rostov here of allegedly FSB and Wagner exchanging fire. Allegedly, right? We're still waiting for even more, but it's starting to come in right now as I'm refreshing things. The video matches the time, weather, and general area. All right, well that gives it a little bit. OSINT Technical has been solid. Jake Bro follows him, and you guys like Jake Bro. Jake Bro's solid. Laser Pig solid. And everyone that follows OSINT Technical. Archer, hello, I follow him. All right, the Georgian Legion. Everyone follows OSINT Technical in terms of like an OSINT Twitter account. All right, it matches the time, weather, and the general area. Okay, all right. Starting to get some more confirmations. We need more. So that is the only exchange video. OSINT Technicals coming in. What we got now? Shit. Governor of Rostov region announced a shelter. Oh my God, yo. Governor of Rostov region announced shelter in place order and calls public to be cautious. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, it's becoming real. It's becoming real. I mean, it already was, but in terms of the military activities in Rostov, things are starting to be verified as we're talking here. So, governor of the Rostov region announced shelter in place, calls the public to be cautious. Oh goodness. We haven't checked in on the live UA map in a while. Damn, look at all the actual Russian territories, seeing explosions. Wow, wow. I haven't checked on the map in a while. They extended the red into Russian territory. F. Well, they have an L. It's a Facebook post. Russian most popular social network is blocking Prigozhin statements. They're shutting down Prigozhin. They got the highway shut down. Highway shut down. What do you got here? Wagner troops entering Rostov on down. That was a couple hours ago. We're getting video coming in now. This was 3 minutes ago. Golly, we're using this again, but it's for the Russian territory this time. Last time we used a live UA map was before I knew how to find resources about what was happening in Ukraine. Then eventually we found it, and I did it. I could do it without the live UA map now, but in terms of what's happening in Russian territory, oh, we're back. We're back on the live UA map, but there's a new one. There's a nuance. Well, we're using the UA war map again, but there's a nuance. Jesus. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. I'm just hitting the Russian Telegram channels are allegedly showing Wagner. So this is a Wagner column then. You can't tell the location from the footage or the original source, but the lead vehicle looks like a Chechen MRAP, which is used by Wagner. That's coming from Rob Lee. That's coming from Rob Lee. But we've been watching and tracking his videos, and what he's posting and his information and wealth of knowledge that he's had on Twitter on the invasion. I haven't gotten to him lately because I found Paul in his timeline. He shares more combat clips, but in terms of like analysis along with the stuff, Rob's been very solid. Rob Lee on Twitter. So the videos we've been watching this whole time have been the Wagner ones, allegedly. We need more. Still need some more info, but I feel like we're getting there. I feel like the puzzle's coming together. Oh, it's coming together. This was posted just a little bit ago. Allegedly, this is the Wagner column that's coming in, like the video, like the trucks you're seeing on that are passing the video camera. The lights, all these vehicles passing is allegedly the Wagner convoy. Everybody check in. Where are you watching from? Like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. We do nightly Ukraine war news, breaking or summary, whatever it is. Tonight is breaking news. Clearly. But even if there isn't breaking news, we're live every night, going through all the latest news and information coming out of Ukraine. Monday through Sunday. Alright, the good news is you guys are going to get exclusive Ukraine information, and I'm not going to be able to go to any like Zelensky press conferences or be a part of like official media stuff because I'm not. I mean, I have the YouTube channel and I have some connections, but I'm not accredited. I don't have a big accreditation from a big journalist, whatever the fuck, whatever. That doesn't mean anything, but when you go into like Ukraine, for example, you need that type of stuff to be able to go places. But the good news is, at least in Ukraine, and from what I've talked to, that was the Chechen MRAP that was in the front that the Wagner group uses. There's a photo of it. I mean, I have connections through Chaz and others where the other thing too is I'm likely going to be able to go to Kherson. I'm likely going to be able to go down there and do some video at least one of the days that I'm there. All right, so now we're taking a break quick from the situation that's developing from the Wagner group down in Rostov. So we have two things happening right now. Two things are happening. One, the capital city of Ukraine is unfortunately being hit tonight, as well as other areas, right? Capital city of Ukraine being hit by Russian missiles, likely as a response to what the Wagner group is doing in Russian territory tonight, right? This is just, there's no coincidences. Ran a massive missile attack up throughout the whole country is a direct response to what the Wagner group is doing, because they need to do something, right? Russia needs to respond somehow. And they respond through terrorist acts. So this is in Kyiv, capital city. Only video coming in right now. More terror Russian attacks while the actions in Rostov are being carried out. So you got all clear now, so there's no more siren alert. So that video is being posted from a little earlier from when the missile attacks were coming in. But right now, from the Ukraine siren alerts, which I've been following since day one, the Kyiv Oblast, the whole region is all clear, at least right now. All right, all clear. Zhytomyr Oblast, all clear, all clear. So there was one that hit a apartment building. It looks like 24-story building. There was destruction and fire on the 16th, 17th, and 18th floors. 2 casualties are currently known. So 2 casualties, Russian missile attack in Kyiv. Air defense was working, and right now everything is all clear. So you have that going on, and you also have the actions of the Wagner group. Prognosin, we already read this a little earlier, and I played it for you in his own Telegram channel, or in their Telegram channel. Anytime he posts a new one, a new voice message. You can listen to it. But he posted, the last one was a military helicopter just opened fire on Wagner's convoy and was shot down. Which I don't see. We saw a video of here. This is unconfirmed, right? Unconfirmed, but you can hear a helicopter, and this is basically it to back up what Prigozhin was saying right now, right? We need more. We need more. Things are coming out, but understand with the Russian information space, it's just a garbage pile. So take it with a grain of salt. Take it with this grain of salt, but still store it in your brain somewhere.
Ебать, это что нахуй было? Ёбаная тетя, оттуда уебали откуда-то. Охуеть вообще, бля.
So, again, that's the only thing that we have to back up what Prigozhin said about the helicopter being shot down, attacked the Wagner PMC convoy. And again, you're good. All the good Twitter accounts are putting not confirmed, alleged, because again, anything coming out of Russia is sus in general. But the fact that U.S. intelligence is confirming it, the president Joe Biden has been informed. Anyone that matters in terms of intelligence and military leaders and world leaders are aware of what is happening. So it's happening, but what we need is video and photo to keep coming in, verifying what Prigozhin is saying. So you have the video of the helicopter. You hear a helicopter in the background, an explosion. Could be what the Wagner Group leader was talking about. Who knows? That's all we have right now. And then you have this, which is allegedly the FSB and the Wagner Group exchanging gunfire. No, the Wagner Group is not on. Listen, the Wagner Group is not on Ukraine's side. Okay, this is why Ukraine put out. We are watching. Defensive Ukraine put out. We are watching. The Wagner Group is just as evil as the Russian group. But this again is this is one of those situations you just watch. You just watch the situation play out and see from the Ukraine point of view how can they capitalize on it the most. Which again, to me, would be this weekend Western leaders getting together and coming up with more packages to send to Ukraine in terms of long-range missiles. The main battle tanks, get more infantry fighting vehicles there, get Ukraine what they need, attack them, get the Typhoon jets there, Sunak, United Kingdom. Okay, we know the F-16s are going, but Ukraine can get those Typhoon fighter jets as well. You're supposed to look into your jet stocks. They need to be taking advantage of the situation right now and the infighting that's going on. They're watching this. They ain't gonna be a friend of a friend type shit. If the separatists of the Russian forces that are in Belgorod team up with the Wagner Group, that's Russia's thing. But in terms of this isn't like we cheer on the Wagner Group now. Like the only thing to cheer here is like the destruction of Russia, if you want to do that, and the infighting and what's happening in the territory. But you don't jump on a team there like say, okay, we're cheering on the Wagner Group. Now that's insane. That's insane, right? Keep the focus. Like Ukraine's got to win, or they're winning. They got to destroy the Russians on their territory. But what happens in Russia is Russia's problem. It's not Ukraine's problem. It's just helping. It's just going to help the Ukrainian military rid the Russians off their land, which is the main focus here. The collapse of Russia is the collapse of Russia's problem, and anyone else that is going to capitalize on that. Any other countries, because there's going to be a lot, including Russia's allies. The little BRICS alliance that they have with China and all them, they're going to be selling Russian land off to the highest bidder. Oh God, who's going to win? Place your bets. Jeez, you got Prigozhin and Wagner versus the Russian Ministry of Defense. It looks like maybe we should do that. We should do a poll. Who's gonna win? We can do this. Who is gonna win? We already know Ukraine's gonna win, so this isn't. You got Wagner, PMC, and the Russian ministry. Oh, jeez. Wow, what a poll. Never thought I'd be writing this one when I started this coverage over a year ago. There you go. We can do it. Who's going to win? Wagner PMC or the Russian Ministry of Defense between the infighting situation that we got going on now. So we're still waiting for further, right? On the helicopter that allegedly attacked the Wagner PMC group. You got multiple accounts sharing this footage going on that we just went through, showing the Wagner units and the Russian Ministry of Defense, the FSB fighting. It might have geolocated it already. I'm not entirely sure, but this might be it. So this, hey, Discord, right? This is what you wanted. This is perfect for you guys. We have a Discord server, and Discord, there's a, oh geez. Why are you doing this? There's a, no. We have a geolocation channel. There we go. In our Orc Hunters tab where the Ukraine stuff is. So let's check that. This is perfect for you guys in the geolocation section, right? You want to geolocate these videos and see where they're at and try to find them and see if they're actually in the locations that they're at. That's what you can do. Okay, so let's type this in. Coordinates. Let's go over here to the maps. Okay, see what we got here. I suck at this. I have bad vision, so there you go, like that. So this is allegedly right here. Can we drop a little guy there? Oh yeah. Okay. Where's the video? Okay, 2 light poles. That have to be like on the off the highway then in there, right? That have to be like, oh, where's the bridge? See, this is geolocation shit you can do. They're in the trees. Golly, that's hard, dude. This is expert difficulty. There's a tree blocking like a street light. You can see the guardrail though of the roadway. So they got to be on the other side of this. They got to be over here then, huh? You can almost make out one billboard behind the trees. You can almost make out some of the billboards down the road. You got a path there, it looks like. Or it could be this right here. I wish I could get into the, looks like it's there to be standing, they'd be standing like right there, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they be standing like right here on the other side of the guardrail in the grass? Looking over there? Yeah, it's a little farther in though. Hold on. Oh, no. A little farther in. We gotta find a street. No, there's a street light there. Nah. Let's go to the other side of the street. There's a street light. There's a path here. You know, I got a different time of year now with that photo. Golly. Perhaps, yeah. Yeah, you have the street light that's right here in the front. Well, there you go. Hey, geolocation. Let's go back a little further. What's Odo? You're gonna have to have that guard. There's a guardrail in the front. Back further. What's that? Maybe that's what we're seeing? I don't know. All right, well, there's a mission for you, Orc Hunters, that do geolocations. There's the, I know, the bridge. Is that the bridge in the back? I'm trying to find the right angle, though, that we're at here. Couldn't be standing in there. Thinking that's a bridge. That's the bridge back there. Got the angle of the 2 streetlights. Winter time now. I think I'm getting there. Not on the cold relief. All right. It's starting to look. It's like, okay, if we're looking at it there, you can kind of see the bridge in the background. The bridge back there. All right, but I'm not going to be able to find the spot, I don't think. Maybe back here. Maybe in the cut here. But there's a bigger path in the front though. And you got trees right there. All right, well, check the other side of the bridge. Good idea. We'll do that quick. We can do that. No problem. I don't think so though. Ooh, it could be though. Talking like looking at it from this angle. Ooh. Wait. What if they're on this road? That looks more accurate over here. This has to be where they're at. This has to be it. Or where they're standing, and then this little area here. Rostov. Yep, this has to be CNN coverage now. All right, well, what do you think, guys? If this is a location, this has got to be it, dude. You can see in the video, you can see the path and everything. There's like a little concrete path in the front. It's off. Got the street lights. I'm missing a street light though. I was at the second spot. You were at the second shot. The trees in the video have white paint on their trucks. I don't think we're gonna. This is from 2017, y'all. These photos that are here. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it at this. We have a geolocation section in our Discord server for you guys that are interested in doing this type of shit. Interesting. All right. Well, that's cool. That could be it. All right. They got the coordinates there. You got to do a little bit of looking. It's around that bridge. It's around that area. All right. Allegedly here. It's allegedly on this location here, which we can try this one more time. So let's try. This is where they put it, where the original geolocations is. But I'm not. There'd be a. Like they're putting it like right here out in front of this building. Which I wish I could go back there and look at it from like standing there towards the roadway. But we'd be missing it would look like we'd be missing like a tree, and you got grass. There's grass there. I don't know. I don't think it's from over here. Yeah, you're missing the street light and a bunch of grass. By the freaking Porta-John. Whoa, whoa, why is there, hold on. 2013? Why is there two photos? Wait. Why is there a guardrail there on one? Wait, 2013. Wait, let's go back to, where were we? 2021. There's a guardrail there now. This is different. So the photos we're looking at was from 2013. This is from 2021 now. And you got the guardrail now there. Look at, let's go up the street. There's a guardrail. Guardrail's still there, which is, this is 2021. 2021. There's the concrete there. Are we lagging, you guys? We're lagging? Okay, 2021, but then the photo when it goes to look at that. This might be it here then. You have the trees there. What is this? Is this a You're fine, okay. Where would the street light be though? That one? It'd have to see then here, this is this is too old. This photo is too old. This is from 2013. The guardrail's gone. The audio is fucking up. Actually, is everything good, y'all? Let me get, is it good? Google News blocked in Russia? Damn. This has to be it. No lag. That's what I figured. There's a guardrail now. Okay. Right. So let's, the other place that I had found on the other side of the bridge is possible, but now after looking at the photos, the updated one from 2021 has a guardrail here. And a concrete area that's here that you can see in the photo. All right, let's go. Let's see what the latest is. That's the geolocation shit that the orc hunters that want to do that. It's what you got to do. It's guesswork until you can get confident. What do you got here? Wagner convoy moving through a Russian checkpoint reportedly in Rostov-on-Don. Hauler with a BMP-3, 4 KAMAZ, 3 Bukhana, 2 KAMAZ fuel tankers. So here it comes. Wagner convoy moving through a Russian checkpoint. This is new information, new videos. It's like almost 4:30 in the morning. These would have been from last night then. There wouldn't be that light out yet. I don't think it would be this light at 4:30 in the morning. It is light like this now? It would at 4:30 a.m. there? Listen, guys, don't worry, I'll be there. I'll be in the region, see what it looks like at 4:30 in the morning. I just haven't been there out there. 4 a.m. in UK, it is light like that. Okay. All right, chat. All right. All right. It is like that. Okay. Imagine Alaska. Well, Alaska's a little different. It's a little further to the north. Okay, we get extreme daylight and extreme nighttime, so a little different, but okay. Light that early at 4:30. Okay. Copy that. All right, all right. So, chat confirmed, people that are in the region. Confirm that it is indeed light this early. It's about a 2-minute video, you guys. All right, let's watch it again one more time. That we know that it is actually light this early. So again, this is allegedly Wagner PMC driving through a Russian checkpoint right now, or at least recently in the last few minutes. If you guys have poor audio, just refresh the feed, try closing and coming back in. We had a little bit of an audio video glitch earlier. So if you're having poor audio, just try to close out the stream and come on back in. Try that one more time. We just went through that one. I don't know where you're tagging me. What section are you tagging me in on Discord? I don't see it. Okay, I'm seeing videos from our Discord server now. I'm seeing them. Join our server, you guys, if you haven't. The link is in the description to our Discord. I got another one, another video of Wagner column coming in now. I'm seeing it. They have a lot of Scooby vans. Thank you, Blue Fox. Confirmed. It gets light already at 3:45 in Moscow. So it's similar to like Alaska then, huh? When I lived in Alaska, we had this was as dark as it would get, and not even that dark in the middle of the summer. Should be they had the Midnight Sun Festival a couple days ago in Alaska, June 21st. You stay out all night. Bars are open until 6 a.m. Here's another one. Wagner column in the Rostov region. I lived in Alaska for a little under 4 years, so. And they're flying Russian flags, interestingly enough. All right, y'all, in terms of the audio lagging, I literally just closed the video and hit it again, reopened it, and the lag fixed. I had audio lag on my end too. Yep, I just turned up my audio on my phone watching, and it was also doing the same thing. Close the, so what you do, this is what you do when I say close the stream. So you're watching it right on your phone, just do this. Pull down on it, close it, hit the X button, bottom, and then literally just click the video again, right back in, it'll fix. That's all you got to do. Close it, hit the X, and then tap on the video again and open it right back up, and that should fix any audio glitching that you're having. That's likely due to the issues we were having a little earlier. I apologize. Should fix right up for you. We're going to go through the successes of the Ukrainian defenders in the counteroffensive in a bit. I haven't gone through any of the Ukrainian actions yet. It's been all breaking information on what the Wagner group is doing and their incursion into Russian territory. I hear you on that. They're flying the Russian. They got their vehicles that they use though, but they'd be flying the Russian flag to try to stop any local authorities that haven't been alerted or are being told contradictory information. You know, when they see a Russian flag on a vehicle, they're not going to think anything of it, or they're going to, you know, it's likely some trickery. If it is, we need more. Wagners are not allies, no. Ukraine is watching from a distance. That doesn't make them allies. No, unless for some, I mean, that's not a force you'd want to make an ally with. They behead people, they commit war crimes on a scale like you wouldn't believe. So, but what they're doing to Russia and what's happening is going to help Ukraine, but I don't think Ukraine is going to want to like make an alliance with the Wagner group. It just wouldn't make sense, especially with what the Wagner group's done to Ukrainian soldiers. Group of Russian gunships reportedly loitering over Rostov appears to be a Mi-8 and two Mi-8 24s. I understand the enemy of my enemy thing, I guess. I just don't see it. In terms of Ukraine becoming an ally to Wagner now because of this. Any Ukrainians in the chat want to weigh in on that? What you would think? I don't even think it's in the consciousness, honestly. It's a question, right? But I don't think that's not even something worth pondering. what's happening in Russia is Russia's problem, and it's only going to help the Ukrainian military advance within their positions, within who's still awake. This must have been an all-nighter. I got to start retweeting this stuff. I'm not retweeting anything. I'm just showing you guys. The Wagner Group has launched military coup and are now fighting against the Russian army. Golly. That's just like that, straight up. Around 30,000 Wagner soldiers have now taken control of a large area north of the Russian city of Rostov. A Russian helicopter has also been shot down. Damn, it's just becoming bigger than just the rumor mill. If there are Russian military and security vehicles starting to lager, which is military equipment preparing for action, in the red square at 0330, we in the military call that an indicator that things aren't going well in the Kremlin. Yeah, things aren't going well. Here's another Wagner's column in Rostov. Wagner's column. This is what we've been waiting on. I gotta retweet this before I forget. All right. I don't have the time to. Oh, this is a